Hi and welcome to Dragon HQ and Dragon Studio once more. I'm Caroline Mitchell, the original Dragon Lady. This is just going to be a short video. I just wanted to talk about the importance of grounding when working with Dragon. Now, many people are finding their way onto the Dragon path, working with Dragon. They suddenly find Dragons appearing in meditation or whatever. And some people are now slowly beginning to actively seek Dragon. It's common for Dragons to suddenly start appearing. But as obviously more and more people are, there's Dragon Oracle cards coming out and that kind of thing, and there's more talk about Dragon, people are beginning to become interested and getting starting to seek. So what I wanted to cover in this video is before you start working with Dragon, or if you are already working with Dragon, something to think about is to be really good on your grounding, particularly if you want to be channeling Dragon. Now, whether that's channeling and doing messages or writing or healing or anything like that, it's really good practice to get your grounding sorted, as I learned a long time ago to my detriment, because Dragon can make you feel a bit wobbly, they can make you feel a bit woozy. Some people have reported feeling really quite sick. It's not frequent and it's not massively common, but it does happen. I can remember when I first started channeling Dragon, I would spend probably quite a few hours feeling, God, I feel a bit nauseous, I feel a bit wobbly, and I always thought I was grounded. So if you really want to actively invoke Dragon and really work with Dragon, as I said, particularly from a channeling point of view, it's a really good idea to get grounded. Now, there's grounded for normal spiritual work, and then there's what I call Dragon grounded. So if you're, you know your chakras and all that kind of stuff, and you use maybe tree roots or whatever you use, amplify it. So if you sort of go down to a crystal bed somewhere, go down deeper. So I always sort of work with my own personal energy, and then take that into my root chakra, and then take that down to my legs and through the floor, and just keep going as deeply as I can. Now you can go through the earth chakras. So these are Earth Star, Dolphin, Gaia Gate Whale, and Heart of Mother Earth. So if you're familiar with that concept, you can use those chakras, or you can just take your energy down deep and then go deeper again. When you think you've gone deeper enough, you haven't, go deeper again. So just take your energy down through the layers, and you will find some kind of anchor point. And this could be a crystal bed, it could be a rock. Tree roots aren't really deep enough for you to go deeper down than that. You may find your energy sort of spreads out. There is no right or wrong, it's what's right for you. And then once you've found some kind of anchor point, and maybe hook your energy around it, through it, whatever, then bring it back up, and then go back up through through the layers of the earth, back up through the floor, back into your feet, back into your body. And then you can continue then with your meditation or whatever you're going to go and do. Now, the other thing that happens with Dragon is that our energy gets very scattered, or we can be very scattered, not because of Dragon, but we can be very scattered as people, as human doings, as they call us. So another way of being aware of your grounding is to bring your energy back to you. And when you bring your energy back into you, this is being mindful and aware of your energy and where your energy is at any given time. When that energy comes back to you, again, you feel a little bit more settled because you're coming back into your body and getting out of your head, because you can't think Dragon, you have to feel Dragon, is another point. So what Dragons say is bring your energy back, be aware of your body. Mindfulness they talk about, so that with mindfulness you naturally have that connection to yourself and to the earth and your surroundings. That sounds maybe a bit of an oxymoron, really, doesn't it? How can you be yourself and aware of your surroundings and everything else? But it's your awareness. When you come back to you and you're being mindful, your awareness expands. So your consciousness expands. And the Dragons actually love this idea of our consciousness expanding, because they can actually get a look in. Because if we're too in our heads, which means we aren't grounded, we then aren't able to connect with dragon fully. But the point of this video is actually to just reaffirm that grounding. So however you ground, do it and some. So take that grounding down as deeply as you can. And the trouble is when we, many of us being human, we go so far with our grounding and think, oh, that's enough, that's fine, I want to get up there. Well, you can't get up there and do dragon effectively, because it will be either to make you a bit wobbly, or you won't have a particularly strong connection. You can knock you off center. All these kind of things can happen. Now, it doesn't always happen, but it can happen. So if you bring yourself back to you, ground, and actually spend a few minutes just being still, being quiet, getting out of your head, your dragon communication will be so much clearer. What you get will be so much clearer, because you won't be in your head as much trying to second guess yourself. And this is another key of grounding, and a byproduct of being mindful, which are all the things the dragons love. So that's what I wanted to say. Is nothing spectacular. I will be doing a webinar in early 2021 on grounding and the 21 chakra system and your personal energy. So it's all the preparation for working with dragons. So that will be available on my website at some point in early 2021. But this is just to give you the heads up for those of you that are competent and confident meditators that are working with dragon. It's just to say, just look at your grounding, look at where you are in your head, where you are in your body, and if you think you're grounded, ground again. I always thought I was quite grounded until I started working with dragon. And actually, those of you that are meditating just before I finish, you may find that, and you've got your dragons, you may well find that once you start going down, your dragon will join you and will tell you when you've got deep enough. So I'll keep going, no, a bit deeper, no, deeper still, and they will follow you down, which does happen, which is quite good. So you've got a bit of a double whammy there as an extra. So like now you're grounded. Now we can do our work, which I think is a bit cool that they tend to join us to go down into the earth. So that's another thing that may happen. So it's your grounding. It's think about it. Don't be in a hurry to get up there, because the deeper you ground, the higher you can fly. Because the dragons are of different dimensions, many in the fourth, which I feel is the astral plane, but they do go much higher. So they go 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and so on. And if you want to start working with a higher frequency and higher vibrational dragons, you do need to ground deeply, because they are powerful. They're powerful beings. They're aware of their power now. They weren't years ago. They're aware of their power now and the impact it can have on us. So they don't come in quite like a bull in a china shop anymore and knock us off our feet, but they can still have an impact upon us if we aren't, one, ready for it, or two, properly grounded. So you think you're grounded, think again, down you go, deeper still, and don't be impatient with yourself, because that's our humanness getting in the way. Alright, so dragons say ground, ground, and ground again. And if you want to know more, check out my website. I'll put the links in below. You can find me on Facebook and everywhere else. Of course, if you like what you see, love you to subscribe and all the rest of things that you can do on these things. And I will see you again soon. Take care, guys.